Everyone, welcome back to Squirrelly Fibres. If you're new, thank you for joining me. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. Today we're going to get up personal and squirrely with all the things that I'm working on. I'm super excited to share. It's been a while. I think the last time I shared was like October, November. So I unfortunately was sick most of the end of the year. Still a little sick every now and then. But that means I have lots of things going on. So we're gonna start off with some finished objects. I only have two right now that I have in person that I can think of. For some reason, I can't remember if I finished anything else at the end of the year, but I don't think so. I was working on some gifts, so those got sent off. I made two head covers, one for my dad and one for my uncle, like golfing head covers. So they really liked them, so that was nice. But yeah, anyways, let's start with what I'm wearing before I forget. So you guys haven't seen this on me yet. This is the Easy V by Caitlin Hunter. It is just a cozy color work yoke sweater with interesting construction for the neckline. So the yarn I used for this one was Wandering Flock. The main color is Icy Lavender. So I used that for the main color. Sorry, I'm like super cozy in my little couch corner. And then for the yoke, I used all Chelsea Luxe. So the green is Golden Goose, then Après Ski, then Agate. So that's my little color combo. A little thing to note is the neckline. I cast on for the size down, and I had read lots of reviews on the neckline. There were lots of posts on Ravelry, and I found a lot of people were struggling with really stretched out necklines. So that's what I did. It still stretches quite a bit, like more than I would like. I actually kind of wanted to have like a much tighter neckline, but I'm thinking if I size down, I might have been able to achieve that. I'm kind of learning what size I really enjoy in my knit still, but it's nice and big and oversized and cozy. So I cast on the smaller size here, and then I like increased, I think the last round of the ribbing I increased like double to get to the amount I needed for the yoke. So if you're wondering, that's just a little tip of what I did. So let's go into finished objects. So my first finished object, I finished it either in like the end of October or the beginning of November. This is the Northwoods Deep V by Jessie Maid. It's mostly Wandering Flock. So I did the 2023 flock along. So I actually planned this sweater for like probably a year, trying to pick colors. Because I wanted like this really fun pastel moment, which I got. So the main, the first color, like the first contrast color, is a Chelsea Luxe colorway. It's chocolate chip mint. And then there's Marie Antoinette, and these are all Wandering Flock now. So this is Icy Lavender, Neon Sherbet, Dusty Blue, and Peach Pop. So yeah, that's this beauty. I love this sweater. I would definitely make it again, and I would like to make it in a solid color, just because it fits so nicely. The sleeves are really lovely. The taper, they're just really well fitted. There's a beautiful amount of ease in the arm, and yeah, for my next one I might want to make it a little bit longer just so I have a nice like long sweater. But the crop look is really cute with jeans, so I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, and I definitely recommend it. So that's my first finished object. My second one is kind of done, kind of not. So I cast it off, but I have things to weave in and stuff. This is the Half and Half cowl by, what is it called? Church Mouse Classics. So I did, this is actually a gift. This isn't for me. So I made this for my beautiful friend Cheryl. So I hope she likes it. But yeah, so it's called the Half and Half because I'm all caught. Whoops. There is a slit somewhere, wherever it is. There it is, halfway down the cowl. So yeah, I need to block it still. I haven't blocked it. And sorry, Cheryl, I don't think I did the best job with the tubular bind off. I ended up sizing down and then knitting around, size down, and then did the bind off. And I feel like I still had some problems. Like it's like pretty, I don't know if stiff's the right word, but like it's not the way I want it to be. Like I almost have half of mine to undo it and then just bind off in pattern. So like a knit one, purl one pattern. Yeah, this isn't the first time I've had trouble with the tubular bind off. So yeah, I'm curious if anyone else has had issues with this before, just coming out like the way you want it and looking nice and kind of tailored, because I find it's kind of like flaring out just a little bit more than I would like. And then it's also kind of like stiffer, like there's more fabric. I don't know how to say it. Like the tubular cast on looks awesome and I love it. It's gorgeous. I guess there's a little more bulk, but yeah, I don't know. I would love to hear thoughts on what you guys think about the grafted tubular bind off and the tubular cast on, and yeah, what works for you and how you make that bind off work. Yeah, so this is for her, so hopefully she'll be getting it soon. Just need to get those ends all woven in. So yeah, but that's all I have for finished objects. I have a few whips, and I like to swatch a lot, so I've actually done a lot more swatching than anything, really. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But we'll start with one of my whips. So this one, I've been working on this for a while. Oh no. It's all wrapped up in my bag. Okay, there we go. Oh, speaking of bags, I guess I should talk about this one. Sorry, it needs to be like defelted and pilled, but this is a Miznik bag, and I got it at Knit City 2 years ago, or like what was that? Not this year at Knit City, the year before. I love this. It's like my favorite, and this was a limited colorway, which I'm really glad I got, because it's like my color. I was looking at she has like Rifle Paper Co. ones with like the tweed and then the floral prints. Those ones are really nice. I like those. But yeah, this one really spoke to me. So it's just so cute. Yeah. Okay, where's my project? Here we go. So this is, sorry, it gets all tangled. The Rad Plaid Cowl. It looks way better in person. Like, I feel like the camera is not doing it justice. So I used, what's it called? Spin Cycle, and fingering weight for the main color in like a pink. I think it's the Artist Fleece. It's called. It's like their solo. It was in a set. It was like a halo set. So it came with a mohair in the same color. But what I originally planned to do, I ended up not choosing to do. So it was like the perfect like main color. And then I have Bramble Ridge. Where are we here? There we are. So Bramble Ridge. This is so beautiful. This is the color Minted, my favorite color. So yeah, so that's the fuzz. And then the Spin Cycle is Love Spell, and it's dyed in the wool, so it's the color changing yarn. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. And I've been knitting on this for a while though, not gonna lie, it takes a while. But obviously not monogamously. So yeah, it's really enjoyable. It's an easy one that once you get it started, if it's like contained in a bag, that's important, because there's 3 balls and they get all tangled up inside one another. It's like it's really enjoyable to like pick up and knit. So I can actually, like, if we're watching a show or something on the couch, I can just pick it up and I don't need the pattern at all. So once you do it for like a couple rows, you're good to go. But yeah, so this is like the same, did I say what this is called? It's called the Rad Plaid Cowl by Andrea Mowry. And it's the same stitch, I believe, as her tessellated vest and sweater. So if you want to try that stitch out, this is a really good option because it's really simple, really easy, really enjoyable. And I'm so excited to have this cowl. I think you like twist it. So like one end is kind of twisted, or I haven't looked at the pattern since I've been knitting it. But it's not just a straight tube, it's like a twisted tube. So it'll look cool when it's done. So I'm very excited for it. But yeah, it's got like, oh, so many good color shifts in this. It's so beautiful. Yeah. So we're working on that. That's whip number 1. Okay. Next. The next one we have, okay, I'm gonna get this all tangled up. Okay, this one I've been working on since like the summertime. So obviously I've put it down a few times for other projects that I wanted to do. And I feel like I got frustrated with it at some point. I don't remember why though. So that's okay. We'll see. But we're getting there. We're almost done. So this is the Marley. It's so pretty. Look at all those colors. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So I'm on the sleeves now, finally. I'm so excited. I ended up having to go down, wait, up or down? Down a needle size to, I think it asks you to use like a 7 and I'm using a 5. And I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I seem to have to change my needles often. So yeah, anyways. So I'm using a 5. However, I'm using a 6 on the sleeves because I do knit a little bit. I do see that my gauge looks a little bit off, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I knit tighter when which most people do when you're like in small circumference, but yeah, I don't know. I've struggled with this one a little bit. Gauge has been an issue the whole time. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, but yeah, I'm looking forward to having it though. I'm so excited. I'm on the floof now. I had to alternate skeins. I almost like ran out here and I started doing, I was continuing with the 2 skeins I had and then I bought another skein. It did not match. So believe it or not, this part here, like right here, is 2 skeins blended together. So I don't think it's too bad. Like from afar, I don't think it's awful. So yeah, so this was like the area where it's 1 skein and then 2 skeins. So not too bad. When I was first doing it, I wasn't alternating and then I was gonna like switch to the other color. It was so noticeable. It was really bad. So alternating skeins sometimes really does work. Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, this is the Marley. It is in the 52 weeks of easy knits. And yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm just taking it slow. It's a lot of knitting, This part took a long time. But yeah, and I was kind of worried it was like gonna be too short, but when I blocked it out, it stretched out a lot. So that was great. But yeah, still working away. So that's number 2 for whips. Okay, number 3. Okay, 3. I'm excited for this one. It's my color. Yay. Okay, I bet you can all notice the elephant in the room. There's an elephant. That line. It's the elephant. So I'm undecided what to do because it looks like there's some color shift at the bottom too, a little bit. I don't know if I care enough to fix it. I think it's gonna be fine. I just really want a mint sweater that's cozy and plain. I just want it. Anyways, so this is done in La Bien-Aimée DK, Merino DK, and this is the clove sweater. So I'm making this. I've seen lots of what is it called? Podcasters make this one. I watch RO Knits and Pearls. I really like her podcasts. And she made one in like a pink color, but I think she used it must have been a fingering and like a mohair sort of combo because it was the floof. It had the floof. So I really wanted just a basic merino sweater though. So I opted for just a DK. And I like the way it's turning out. I'm just trying to decide where to stop. I don't want like a crop sweater like in the pattern. It is cropped. I just want this to be a nice, oversized, cozy, regular length sweater. So I'm trying to decide how much is too much. I think I pulled it off the needles so that I can block it so we can see where we're at because I don't really want to mess around with length. So yeah, so I've been working on that. I cast this one on, when did I do it? December. And then when I went to the island to visit my dad over the holidays, I just knit on this. This was all I brought. And yeah, so hopefully it'll be done soon. Oh, it's just so good. Look at this. It's so good. I love it. I can't wait to have it. It's one of those projects, like some projects you like just enjoy. Like the rad plaid cowl, I really enjoy knitting. And I feel like the Marley, I'm kind of like over it. It's been a while. It's been since like August. So that one I'm just like, okay, like keep knitting along. Let's get there. This one, I just really want this sweater. So I feel like it went by so fast because I just want the sweater. But yeah, anyways. So those are, I think, all my main whips at the moment. Now, okay, we're not gonna encroach on the spinning yet, but I think we're gonna go into Swatch City because there's been lots of swatching. Oh, just before that actually. So I did make swatches for this one. So this one is I have the pattern, is the Ropes and Twines by Hoki Locatelli. So this one was like definitely an impulse cast on, but the reason it was an impulse was because I had yarn for it and like I just knew I wanted it in this yarn. Like I had originally planned to make something else. I think I was gonna make the Zipper Jacket by Petite Knits. But I kept thinking about like, would that be too heavy? And like with the zipper, would that weigh it down too much? And it was supposed to be knit with mohair as well, which I have. But I had made a mohair sweater and then I decided like, do I really want that in a cardigan? It's just all personal preference things. And I was so on the fence about it. I wasn't committed. So yeah, so when I saw that this came out, I was so excited. Like I was over the moon because I love the texture. I love that she did this in a variegated like speckly yarn because it's perfect. It's like the same as the kind of color I had. Also because this is La Bien-Aimée Merino Aran, and I had La Bien-Aimée in Merino Aran with more than enough to make a cardigan. So it was an easy no-brainer. Like I knew I wanted this. So yeah, anyway, so I swatched for it. Also, I love Broken Rib. It is just the most beautiful stitch pattern. Like I'm obsessed now. It looks so good. So anyways, after swatching, I cast it on like basically right away, and then I kind of stopped. I think I had all those like Christmas gifts to make in December, so my focus kind of got shifted. But I started doing like the cast on and the cables. Oh man, it's so cool. It's so much fun, and it's not too complicated. There's just like 1 or 2 rounds that you like use a cable needle and you have to pay attention, but it's really simple and like I really enjoy it. I can't wait to have this. I'm so excited. And even to knit it actually, because I've been knitting a lot of stockinette. I think that's just kind of where my body's been at. I've been really tired and lacking a lot of energy. And I've been like trying to return to work since September. I had like COVID, long COVID, for like 2 years. So I still kind of have it, but yeah, so energy is always an issue. But I think my body was just like needed something to do, but something kind of mindless. So I just knit stockinette for so long. But I think I'm starting to like, like when your body starts to feel a little better, because now I'm like more interested in things like this. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm very excited. So this is kind of in Swatch City because it's not that big. But yeah, there was lots of swatching that was done for that one. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, that is the first one. Okay. Next. Ooh. So I made a swatch for my own design. So I've made many swatches for my own design, but I keep changing things. So this is like one of an like more OG swatch, but I made swatches before that even. So basically this one I've changed some stuff, and yeah, I'm liking it more now. Yeah, it's gonna be cute. I'm hoping, so like my whole plan is to make a like short like cardigan style, what's it called? Sweater? It's not a sweater, it's a cardigan. But it's like a short one that you can wear in the summer. So I wanna do that. Swatch and design and learn more about design and stuff like that. I'm really excited. Hopefully I feel like I'm at like a hurdle, like I need to like jump over, because every time I try to do stuff for like designing your own thing, I feel like there's so much to learn in the beginning and to understand. Like you're acquiring so much information and trying to figure out how things work and like what you need to do and what you need to understand and what you need to know before, and how much you need to know before you cast on, and then the measurements and the gauge, and it's just a lot beforehand. So I'm definitely in a place now where I am just taking my time with this, doing it one step at a time, not too many expectations. I have a lot of ideas and things I want to make. But in practice, like getting from the design to the practical application of, okay, what does this look like? How many stitches do I need? If you're adding short rows, I feel like I'm stuck at short rows. So trying to like plan out short rows and things like that. And this is like right now, I feel like I'm only doing this for one size. Like I'm of the mind that if I can design something to make it for myself, maybe I can grade it or like fix it and tweak it later on to grade it. But the first hurdle is I have to make something for myself from scratch. So I feel like that once I jump that hurdle, maybe I'll be a step closer towards becoming a designer, which is something I really want to do. I want to bring my thoughts and ideas into the world. So yeah, so having fun with this one, very slowly, no expectations there. So yeah, okay, so that is my first swatch of many. Oh, I guess I already talked about the other swatches. Anyways, okay, things I've swatched for. I think I might have shown this a while back, but Andrea Mowry's Trinigan is made with like a worsted weight yarn, and this is like a sport weight. So this is another one of those I want to design and create my own thing. So I actually like swatched for it like a while back. I was trying to pick colors and thought maybe I could do like a 5-color thing, but I'm still on the fence for that. And I've written down some like notes and where I can start, like stitch counts and things. So I would like to make this this year, but also like I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little terrified to try, because this is a spin cycle, the contrast color, and I don't want to waste it. But I really want it in something like this, so we'll see. And then I also, so this will go in acquisitions, but I got this Lillian Pine, the colorway is Surprise, and it's got like little specks of color, like blues and pinks and orange and yellow and like lime green. So I was curious because I wasn't sure like with the color changing, this is a small swatch and it's a short swatch. It's not a long swatch. So the color repeats won't be the same as if you were to knit it in like a big piece, like a cardigan. So I don't know how this would look with like 5 colors. So I wanted to swatch with like a main like color. I don't want high contrast. Like I like this, but I also like would love to see like a lower contrast. So yeah, anyways, this goes along with swatching, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do for this, but I don't think this will get done anytime soon and become something quite yet, because I also have a lot of things I want to make. So this is just, so along with my design, like percolating thoughts, I figure if I am interested in something and it's tickling my fancy and I want to try it, then I'm going to do it. And then if that leads me to like the next step, that's great. So that's kind of where I'm like approaching this early beginnings of learning. So yeah, so that's one swatch. Okay, the next swatch I'm gonna do, the next swatch I did was the Cupla. So this one is also from the 52 Weeks of Easy Knits, so I went and grabbed the book. My Marley is also in here. So the Cupla is, I hope that's how you say it. I don't know if it is this beauty right here. Yeah, looks so pretty. Can I show you the Marley? Will I be able to find the page? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. See if I can find it for you. Aha, okay. Oh, I put sticky notes. Oh, there we go. There's a page here. This one is the Marley. So this one's really pretty in solid colors. Part of me thinks that I should do it in a solid, but I also don't want to make it anytime soon because I just made it. So maybe in the future though. I just have other things that I want. So yeah. But yeah, this swatch, I'm so sad. My gauge is off. Oh, it's the wrong way. This way. The stitch pattern is so cool though. But I have to go down again. Why? Like, why do I always have to go down a size? Because this is already pretty small. I think this is like a 2 or something like that. And then I was reading a couple Ravelry projects, and there were some people who went down, but some people were fine. So, I don't know. Sad panda. Also, counting black stitches, I understand now. It's really hard. It's not easy. This is La Bien-Aimée actually. This is Winterfell and Sea Glass. Sea Glass is like my favorite color. Oh, did I say that the clove is in Sea Glass? It's La Bien-Aimée in Sea Glass. It's so pretty. Anyways, the Winterfell is so hard to count. And then La Bien-Aimée came out with like black and white. La Bien-Aimée came out with like black and white yarn, and like, man, I don't know. I don't know how people knit in all black. Like, it's hard. It's hard. Anyways, okay, so the next swatch I have done is this little number. Look at that fuzz. Little fuzz. This is a boucle and a surrey put together. Okay, so this is the boucle. This boucle has quite the story behind it. Well, I mean, not an exciting one, but I got like ball of this for my dad last year for Christmas, and it's from a local knitting store in Victoria where he lives. So he bought me a ball, and then I was like, okay. I was like, oh, I can make a little project or something. And then I started looking for things that I wanted to make, and then I just figured, I was like, I think I'm gonna need more of this. So I bought another ball of this, and like a ball like came in like a lot. Like they were all different, but it was over 100 grams. Like it was like, it'd be like 143, 170 something, like much more. So anyways, he got me a ball last Christmas. I got myself a ball last year, I think in the summer. And then at the end of this year, I found a pattern. And now that I'm a spinner, I can like tally up how much yarn I have. Because I know how to use like a nitty knotty and stuff like that. So before, where this just had like the grams on it, it didn't say how much yardage it was, so I was like guessing. Now I could kind of figure out like how much I actually had. And then, oh no, I lost it. I think this is it. Yeah, okay. And then I found this pattern. It's called the Gold Dust Shacket by Marala Morkai? I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. But yeah, so I found this. It's so pretty. Look at it. It's gorgeous. So I found that. I was like, oh, I want to make that. And I totaled up the yardage. I was like, I either have just barely enough or not enough. Like, I felt like it was not enough. So for Christmas, I was like, Dad, this is what I want. I want you to go back to that yarn shop and see if you can find one more ball of this beautiful boucle. And I remember seeing it in the summer. I knew exactly where it was, so I like gave him deets on it, gave him the little label, took a picture, and like told him, okay, it should be on this side of the store in this spot. Can you ask them? And sure enough, he came through. Woohoo! And so I got some of this, and then this is the Scranton Stitcher? Scranton. I think it's Scranton. I'll look it up in a second. And this is her, what was it, Fruit Loops? I think this is Fruit Loops. So it's really hard to see, but it's got like subtle blues and oranges and pinks in it. So then it'll give like a very, very subtle color. But it's like overall white, so like a neutral. But yeah, so I was very excited to make that. And then I ordered some other suri. I don't know why, all of a sudden, I just want to make all the suri. So I have already, I thought, this is what I do. I like have a project, I have a plan, I think about it, and I'm like, okay, that's what we're doing. And then like, I'll start to think about other projects, and then I start to backpedal on other projects that I planned, and things change, and yarn choices change, and things get moved around. Yeah, a little squirrely. Anyways, so I swatched this, and then this is from acquisitions, but I purchased this to make another sweater, and then I have a whole bunch of Bramble Ridge in the minted color, so all this suri. And I am considering changing plans, but I hope not. I think I've gone back to choosing this. But I swatched with this. It looks so pretty. It was like blue with like light speckles. Actually, I made a swatch. Oh, and I'm pulling it out with just like a base blue. And then this is the speckle from Lillian Pine. That's this right here. So that middle one is it. And then this one actually up here is this one, the Scranton Stitcher. So I was playing with swatching for another sweater, which we'll talk about in a moment. But I think I'm gonna stick with what I had. So yeah, but yeah. So when my dad purchased these balls, they came in like these big, huge skeins. So yeah. Anyways, I'm looking forward to making that. And now I have all the yarn for it, which is perfect. Now I gotta figure out where am I putting this. Let's just put it on the floor. Okay, so swatches. Next on the docket, let's do this one. Okay, so Andrea Mallory came out with the Traveler. It's a hoodie, like a few months ago, I think. And so when I was at Knit City, I got a bunch of this yarn. It's from Squirrelly Fibres. It's a BFL untreated fingering weight. So this was my first swatch I made just with that. And then she had a sale on over the holidays. And I originally had eyed up this yarn at Knit City, but I had already bought so much that day. It wasn't gonna happen. But it felt it was so squishy. It's so nice. It's such a nice suri. Anyways, so I ordered enough because my original plan, is I wanted to combine, oh, we're stuck. I wanted to combine, so, okay, this is going to be hard to see. I'll try and hold them up close. Let's try this. I wanted to combine the suri. So this one's the one with suri and the BFL, and this one is just BFL. Obviously, I just started this one, so it's hard to see it, but I think it just would be so soft and nice. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue this swatch. Hopefully it turns out. This was like the OG one. And it's a little more, it's like bulkier now. A little more robust. So yeah, I want to make like a hoodie out of this one. So I'm looking forward to that. So I have all the yarn for that, and yeah, I just gotta do some swatching, and it takes a little bit of time before I cast on. Yeah. Okay, that one's done. Ooh, another swatch. I told you, it's just a line of swatches, a stream of swatches. So this one is that stitch that I love, the broken rib stitch. This is for a Joji Locatelli pattern that's in, I think it's called like Interpretations. Right. It's in this book, Interpretations, Volume 5. Okay. It's 2 designers, so it's Joji and Vera Välimäki. So Joji Locatelli and Vera Välimäki. And let's see if I can show you. This is the rugged coat. It's rugged. Okay, there's one picture. Oh, this is a better page. There we go. So this is the cardigan. Let's see if I can show you. There's like an up close of there's a little bit of cables, and then it's like all over broken rib. It's really beautiful, and I think it's gonna look really, really good in this fabric. So I'm very excited about that. So here's a close up so that you can see the texture and the cables. So I really want to make that one. That one's pretty high on the next to make list. And then I think we're almost to the bottom of swatches. Okay, I just swatched this one. So this is the Lilium Pine so this is called Dandelion Lace. It's 74% baby suri alpaca and 26% silk, and this is the colorway Surfs Up, which is this right here. So this is how it looks knitted up by itself. Now, there's 2 patterns there's one that I was like waiting for. I was watching, I think it's a Naughty Mess podcast and Airy Knits, and they knit the Ashling sweater, which is, I print off all my patterns, so this one I gotta fold it in half. Ashling sweater, and it's just a suri sweater, held single strand, which I thought was really, really cool, and like would make a really light, airy fabric. So I want to make that really badly. So I haven't decided. Originally, I thought I wanted to do it out of Bramble Ridge. But then, so that's when this swatch comes into play. She also has the pattern, oh, I just had it. This one. So she had a sale on, so I bought both these patterns because they were on sale if you bought them both at the same time. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I want to make that too. So this one is like Cumulonimbus. So this one is suri and a fingering. So that I have like so many options for things I could do. That's why this swatch came to be. So I was trying to figure out what I would like to make using a suri and a fingering. So I haven't decided yet. This is why we're swatching right now. But I thought this might be an option. Just the surf's up. Or just the Bramble Ridge for the Asling, because I'd like to make that. So one of those two. Or I even, see, this is where I was before when I was talking about the gold dust shacket. I was like, well, I could also do just this color in an Asling, and that would be pretty too. So I haven't decided, but I think I want these two to go together for the jacket because it'll be a nice neutral with little pops of color. And then I'm very undecided for this one. I haven't decided if I want to use this in with the with a fingering for a cumulonimbus or if I want to use like Bramble Ridge with, this is Ching Fibres Dashing Sassy in Stun, I believe, or if I want to like use Bramble Ridge with it for the cumulonimbus. So those are choices that I'm still making, but yeah, so lots of fun things going on. Okay, let's move on. So patterns I've talked about. We got the gold dust shacket. We got the rugged coat, the oh, I didn't show you the traveler. This is Andrea Mowry's traveler. So mine's gonna be blue and beautiful. Yay! And then I pulled a couple patterns because there are things that I'm thinking about that I would like to do. And I don't like plan per se by year, like I'm gonna do this in this amount of time. These are just things that like I want to make and they're in my thoughts. So this one is the Marley, but it's a pullover. So it's not the cardigan, it's just like a straight sweater pullover. And I thought it was really pretty. And I have some La Bien Aimée in Felix in Sea Glass that I was thinking for the top. And then I have some more Ching fiber for this part that I was actually going to use in another sweater, but I'm not doing that sweater. So I have it's in like a white peach, and then I bought just a, not Felix, is it Felix? Yeah, I think it's Felix in Oyoso. It's like a white color. So I was thinking that would look nice in that order. So I have the yarn for that. And then, okay, now we're kind of moving into spinning land because these projects involve spinning, which I'm very excited about. So let's talk about this one. So this is the Pressed Flowers pullover. And originally I wasn't a fan, like not gonna lie, I wasn't a fan of this stitch pattern when it came out in like the shawl and the cardigan. I don't know, I just didn't think I would wear it, but in a pullover, for some reason, it makes more sense to me. I don't know. If you share the same thoughts, leave a comment down below. But it's beautiful. I just didn't think it was like me. But I like this. And the reason I like this is because I love the colors that I'm choosing. So, this baby, of course, how could you not guess it? It's like a mint color. So this is Under the Sea in Lilium Pine. And this is her Sunflower DK. So it's part merino, part alpaca, which I'm a little bit concerned about. But if it stretches, I mean, like, that's not like the end of the world. Like if I block it and like kind of check it, then I think we'll be fine. I think it's going to be okay. But I'm hoping the merino helps. I'm just not sure how much alpaca in a blend you need to like have it really stretch. Like if it's all alpaca, like it's supposedly it stretches a lot, but because it has like 50% merino, I'm hoping that it holds its structure a little bit better. So I was thinking of using this for the main color and then spinning for all the flowers, like all these. Oh, it's so pretty. So all that changing color. And I got this idea from Sprinkled Fibres, I believe. She's a yarn dyer in like California, I think. So unfortunately, like, I can't purchase her yarn unless I know someone in the States who could send it up to me, because she uses Venmo and Zemo or something. I don't know. But because I'm in Canada, I just can't. I love her yarn. It's so beautiful, but I can't get it. So what I was thinking is I would spin, because she made a pressed flowers shawl in a very similar colorway. So this was like kind of her main color, and then she did like a fade in pink, and I love that, and I really want that. So in hers, obviously, so she didn't spin for it. Hers was speckled yarn, in like a light pink, a darker pink, and then a bright pink, with speckles all throughout. So it looked really, really cool. But I want to try spinning and like doing like a fade with my spinning, which I haven't done. So a little questionable, but I started spinning for it. So this was one of the colors. Okay, and then, so this is going to be the top. So I have the top and the bottom so far. I also had bought this one, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the right shade and if it's going to work. So my thoughts are I'm just going to spin anyway. However, I also bought another color. So these are all, are they all the same? Oh yeah, they are. These are all Lillian Pine, which I love Lillian Pine. Like, obviously I keep talking about her. I love her colors. They just are so beautiful. So these are all different blends. This one is Polworth Silk, so 8515. This one is Tussa Silk. Oh, sorry, BFL and Tussa Silk, so 7525. And then this one is Merino, and it's all Merino. So I spun the Merino one because I had two of these. So I spun for that. I hope it turned out. I tried to be really consistent, and I didn't sample, but I'm hoping it works out. I think I have like a Sport DK, which is what I'm trying to aim for to match, to go with this. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. God, it's gonna be so good. And I used like a little gauge from Chaotic Fibres, and I just like tried to follow and like match it every now and then, to make sure the size was fitting in the little slot that I had chosen. So yeah, so I haven't done any measurements or anything really. I think I counted how much. I think I have like 260-ish yards here. So my plan for like this one and this end is, I think I'm gonna first maybe spin one of these on their own and just see how it looks, and if it's gonna blend with this color. And then when I ordered another color that I think goes in between these two better. So that one is from Fireweed Fiber Co. And it's like a bubblegummy color, so just something a little more pink in between, I think. So I'm gonna try spinning one of these, one of those when it comes in. It's not here yet. And then decide. So my whole thought process is that I will split this last. So I've done one full braid, but this braid, instead of splitting it in two, I actually fractal spun this as well. So I split it in two, and then I split one side into smaller pieces. So instead for this one, I'm gonna split it into three, and then use two of the strips for one thing of yarn, and then I'll like fractal spin it again. So this second strip I'll like split into smaller pieces, but then save one of them to blend with like one of these, whichever one I decide I think is gonna fit better. And then on the other end of that, so whichever one in the middle I choose, I'm gonna split it into three, Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to work this out in my head because I'll have 2 of each in the middle. So either I spin one whole one, just regular, and then I give, no, that won't work. No, I think I'll have to split them into 3, both into 3, and then just spin one, spin 2 strands from both to make solid colors, and then the leftover strands will spin one with this one with this one with this one. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's the thinking I had in my head for breaking it up, is basically because I don't have 2 at the top on this side. I just have this one. There was only this one left, so because I had more on the bottom to play with, I just spun one straight, kind of as a sample-ish to go off of. Yeah, anyways, so the whole plan is to have a fade, some sort of fade, and then this be the main color. It's so pretty. So this was my Christmas present from my baby, my bubby. So I'm very excited for that. And then it'll be my first like real sweater spin. I have some stuff that like I would like to spin for a sweater, but I don't know, I feel really motivated to do this one right now. So probably because it's colors I really, really want in a fun sweater. So yeah, so that's my first spinning project kind of this year that I'm very adamant on doing, like a sweater, like a full sweater spin. Okay. Spins. Okay. Oh, I actually have another project that I'm sitting on, of course. This I cast on a while ago. I think it's a DRK cowl by Andrea Mowry. And the whole reason I cast it on is because I wanted to spin this fiber and I just really wanted to knit with my hand spun. So I cast on this bad boy and I love it. It looks awesome. It's turning out great. But then I had other projects to do, so I took it off the needles and I marked it on the pattern where I am, so I'll just pick it up. But yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Hand spun's really fun to knit with. And this is a Lilium Pine one as well. The only problem is I think I spun this thicker than this one. So I don't know, if you have any tips for uneven yarn, let me know. Because yeah, it's so beautiful. Look at that. Ooh, that's so good. Even this one. Ooh, so fun. Fun. Yeah, so that's another one of my spinning projects. Very exciting. Okay, more spinning. Okay, we've officially entered the spinning corner. Okay, so this one is a spin. This is a Hedgehog Fibres. I actually still have a bunch of the fiber left, but I kind of stopped. I kind of got discouraged. So sad. I was hoping that this spin would have more blue and like aqua in it, but it's turned out really green. This one's a little more blended, I would say. Actually looks pretty good on camera. But this one also, like, this was kind of a disaster of, I just started spinning bigger. So I have one strand that's really big and one strand that's like a lot smaller. So it's not my best, but that's okay. And then this one's like super green. But yeah, so I kind of put it on pause because I think I was spinning for a sweater. I can't even remember, but it was like one of my first like attempts at a sweater spin, and I don't think I was quite there yet. Yeah, because I just spun it, and so obviously some things came out differently. But yeah, I'd be interested to use. I like this one though. I kind of want to use this in something, maybe a cowl. I don't know. I need more ideas for what to do with like more single skeins and like double skeins of yarn, because I want to use this and make something cool. So, but yeah, this is Hedgehog Fibres. So I have a few more bags of it. Maybe it'll come out. Maybe I'll if I spin it all, I'll get some variation and then have like a fun collection together. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Okay. And okay, this is my all-time favorite yarn I've made. Absolute favorite. Can you guess why? It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. It's so beautiful. Okay. It is also, so it's this. I just want a million of these. This is my desert island color in fiber. I could spin this forever and ever. Yeah, so I really enjoyed spinning this one. It's so beautiful. I think I'm going to, so I think I got around 200. Wait, oh no. Is it this one I got 260? I don't think I counted the other one. I counted this one, not the other one. So I got about 260 in this one. And I was thinking of making an Attune shawl. So that's this one here by Andrea Mowry. It's kind of hard to see. But it's like a half fisherman's, I can't remember. It's like one of those textured stitches that, like, I just love texture in like a hand spun yarn, like alternating texture with a color, like any slip stitch pattern, or yeah, I don't know. I just love this. I love it when hand dyed is like broken up. Like that's like my favorite way of like seeing it, rather than just like a one solid sweater of hand spun where it's just the color is just changing throughout. That's not quite the aesthetic that I'm interested in. I love it when like there's like a subtle change, but then it's broken up with solid color throughout. Like that's what I really like. Anyways, so I want to use this, and then I was thinking I have a few like natural color yarns, so I could either do that, or I got, so this one is the birch, but I got a sock weight, so a fingering weight. I was thinking it might look good with this, with like a few speckles in between. I thought this would be really, really cute. So I really want to swatch this and see what it looks like. But I'm hoping I have enough yarn. I don't know. I'm a little worried. I thought I would be okay with what I had, but I don't know. I mean, you can really just probably stop at any point and you'll be fine. Thankfully, I have the second one, so I know I'm gonna have to do another one. So I'll do that. This one, the way I spun it, I just split the braid in two, and then I spun them, and then I applied them the same way so that the colors all match, because I knew I really wanted like bright blue blues and bright pink pinks, and then like you still get that like marled look when you're going from one color to the next, because they don't always kind of meet up quite exactly. The end, I didn't quite meet up, so there is quite a bit more very like two-tonedness, but yeah, I think it'll be good with both. And oh my god, they're so pretty. Like, Erin, if you can dye this color for me again, it's so good. I love it. This is it. This is me. This is Jessica color. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done gushing. Okay, I'm not done with my spinning though. So we have a few more things for spinning. So I guess this is kind of, well, I kind of been doing acquisitions throughout, so it is what it is. Anyways, I guess, so I recently got this one from Bramble Ridge. It's called, oh my goodness. I said it before and now I'm gonna mess it up. Hullabaloo? 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 I think that's how you say it. Hullabaloo? Okay, it's so pretty though. I saw it on her stories. I was like, ooh, yes, this is so cool. I like it. It's a lot darker than what I usually pick, but I don't know. It was calling to me. It was like, Jessica, spin me. So I did. I spun it. It's so cute. Oops. Fuzz. Isn't it so pretty? Ooh, look at the colors. Look at that shift. Oh, yes. Look at Okay, so I spun one half of the braid. This is what it looks like undone. I'll pull it out. Sorry, it's in with another color because more decisions to be made. So yeah, this is it. It's so pretty. Da, da, da. Okay, so that's the second half of the braid I spun. Now, decisions. Okay, I'm in a dilemma. So this one, I just spun, like, it's the exact same size. I just spun it end to end. Now, the choices I have, I can either spin this one end to end so that they meet up and we have very similar and marls just like a little bit. Or I can fractal spin it and then who knows, it's just going to be all over the place. It's going to be cool though. And then the other thought I had is I really wanted to see what like a dark yarn and a light a dark fiber and a light fiber look like plied up together. I thought that would be cool, but I don't want to wreck it. So now I'm like, do I just order more of this so I can play with some and see what happens or what? Who knows? Anyways, so this was the other yarn. This is also Lillian Pine. Oh, if you're wondering, this is what this one looks like plied up if you ply it like against each other, so blue on pink and pink on blue. It definitely changes like the overall tone. And it kind of makes it lighter. It's like interesting. So cool, like the color theory that goes along when you're like, sorry, don't look at me. Yeah, so interesting. And like how it's gonna knit up too. Like that's a whole nother thing too. So I don't know, it's fun. It's fun playing with fiber and color and seeing what happens. Okay. Oh, that got caught in my hair. Okay, back to the current spin at hand. Okay, so this was another braid that I broke up. It's a slightly different color. It's more like purpley with blue and then gray. So I have the same choices. So I can either spin, just spin both. So I split it into two. I can just spin both and then ply them together to meet up so that everything meets up. That would look cool. Or I can take one end and spin it and then split this one up into smaller strips and fractal. That could be cool. The thing is, like, sometimes I think about like what color is going to be more dominant when you do a fractal. It's hard to tell, but I feel like the gray and the purple might be more dominant, which I don't. I just want more blue. So that's kind of why I stuck with this one like this, because I wanted the blues to really be blue, because I felt like the pink would take over maybe a bit. So, which actually is kind of true, like of this little guy. Like it just looks much more muted. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, look at that. Crazy. So, yeah. But then, anyways, so those were like the original options. And then I got this thing and I spun it and I was like, oh, it'd be so cool. Magical experiment. Like, what would the light look like with the dark? Like, let's try this. Where's the... Need to find the end. I just love experimenting with fiber. It's so much fun to play with and like question and kind of guess like, oh, what might happen? And obviously it's not going to look exactly like this, but I don't know. That's kind of cool. Maybe? I don't know. Guys, I need help. Give me your suggestions. What do you think? What will look cool? Let's try... Oh, can I do... Oh, no, I don't have any more. I don't have any more of this to blend. Oh, I guess what would it look like fractal if I like... Oh, no. That'd be if it was the same. But, like, what if I shifted the colors? Like that, maybe. Something like that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm at some... I go through this with my spinning and knitting. Sometimes I just need, like, a break and, like, I put it aside. I'm like, we're not thinking about this right now. It'll come to me later. So that's kind of where we're at with that one. Yeah. So I guess in terms of spinning, that's all. But for acquisitions, so the main things I've gotten were the Christmas presents. So the pressed flowers stuff for that sweater. And then recently, I got, oh, the Squirrelly Fibres, the Surrey. Sorry, I got fluff in my mouth. Oh gosh, sorry about that. So I got the Squirrelly Fibres Surrey. Excited for that one. And then I purchased these ones because I just want a Surrey fluffiness in beautiful colors. Mostly blue though. So I got that one. So I got a sweater quantity of that. And then, are these both? Yeah, these are, oh no, this, okay, perfect. This one, so I got like 6 of these from the Birch Sport from Lily and Pine. This is Surprise. So this is a sport weight. And then I got 2 skeins of it to knit up in the Attune, like an Attune shawl. And this is the Daylily sock base. So in case you wanted to see these, like, I don't know, kind of in person, but not. Yeah, it's like, it's definitely a nice, like, off-white color. Not too creamy, just a little creamy. I think they're good. Nice color with little speckles. So yeah, I think that's everything for today. That's hopefully not too long. Thank you for coming and listening and watching, and feel free to leave a comment down below. I love to hear like people's thoughts and like what they're making, and like love to talk to you and see like, I don't know, what excites you and stuff, and that stuff's fun to do. And yeah, that's it. So if you like this video, remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below if you want to chat. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.